Hey guys, welcome to the Coffee and Coaching Podcast. I am Coach Kamara.
I'm Coach Jack G. We hope you enjoy today's episode. We hope you take a lot of value away from it, and we might even make you laugh a little bit.
We started this podcast to help empower and inspire you to take control and create the life that you want to lead.
But remember, everything we say is our opinion. We're not medical professionals. So if we talk about anything that you want to implement into your life, please go and speak to your doctor first.
If you enjoy the episode and you enjoy the podcast, please subscribe, share it with anyone that you think might take value from it. And if you can share it on your social media, it would be massively, massively appreciated.
That's enough of that. Let's get into today's episode.
We've been terribly disappointed today by 92 degrees.
Yeah.
What happened, lad?
Well, let's be straight. We're 3 episodes in. We needed a coffee.
Yeah.
We're pushed for time. Jacob wants to go home for Christmas, and we're coming up to like, we've got to squeeze this episode out. So we're like, right, let's go and get a coffee. Let's go and get an espresso. Let's smash it out. Coffee machine's not working.
What, mate?
And we haven't got time to run to one of the other ones because I'll cheat on you 92 if you haven't got an espresso machine. I'm gone. Like, no loyalty. Filter coffee. He didn't even tell me why they had the coffee machine wasn't working. I want to know. Are you cleaning it? Is it broke? Is it going to be on in a minute? Like, what if the girl was just behind him washing the portafilters out, and I could have waited 2 minutes and then I'd have had.
Yeah.
He just went, it's not working.
Bit of arrogance with that. Was there a tone of arrogance in him?
He just didn't care.
Should have smashed his head in.
The guy with the short blonde hair?
Yeah. Yeah, he did not. You don't like coffee. I bet he doesn't even like coffee. Bet he doesn't even drink coffee. Bet he drinks decaf.
He's the only one that doesn't make small talk when I try
Yeah.
to make small talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want any of it.
The worst employee.
Sack him, 92.
Terrible that. But how the coffee anyway? I haven't had filter coffee for ages. It tastes weird because I've become accustomed to espressos now. It tastes like watery, but
I'm gonna take the lid off because I think I'm kind of out of the danger zone of spilling it on stuff.
yeah.
Because out of the two of us, I'm the one that's going to do that on it.
Should we get you some mugs?
I'm fine.
No, we're good.
I'm
We're good. I just need to,
Yeah, man. Thank you though.
Just when it comes to like electrics and liquid, I'm overly cautious. Especially when the electrics aren't mine.
too many mishaps.
Yeah,
Just
especially when
electrics and
breaking the
liquids.
electrics would I'd just have to like be homeless. Let's set up a 45-year payment plan. So yeah, we haven't got the best coffee. It's all right, because what we're going to come with is a powerful podcast episode to make up for the weak coffee.
But let's let's first title the podcast. Well, it's about Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I put down in the notes, don't be a Christmas sheep, but I don't know whether we're actually going to go with that as the podcast name.
Yeah. Don't be a Christmas sheep.
Don't be a Christmas
If
sheep.
the title's different, it's different, but that's what we're talking about. Don't be a Christmas sheep. Don't just do what you think you should do in terms of health and fitness around Christmas because you think that's what you should do because everyone else is doing it. It's the same in life. Just don't be a sheep in general. Do whatever the fuck you want. Anyway, first, coffee.
What is it?
It's I feel like the bean they use in 92 is very like got like strong licorice tones. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't really taste that last week.
I can taste it
I had the
more.
latte though.
Yeah, I can taste. Yeah, obviously you can't taste it with a latte properly, can you?
Latte, you're trying to taste the foam, aren't you? You're not tasting the coffee.
I think this is all they use.
Yeah.
Hope Street Blend.
I think that's all they have in the machines. Oh, maybe not for filter coffee though. That's what they use in the espresso machine.
Dark chocolate
Can't
raspberry.
taste the raspberry.
Maybe the dark chocolate and the raspberry together creates just a little bit of a slight licorice one. The mouth feels quite strong. And when we had
Weird.
we
The
went
mouthfeel.
last week and we got the double. I got a double espresso. Did you get one as well?
Yeah.
Just sitting on my tongue. Wasn't quite.
Wasn't a nice espresso that though.
No.
It was a terrible shot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Why
why
do we
coffee
keep
machines
going
broke.
there?
I don't know.
It's just because it's close, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. It's nice.
It's okay. They do a good latte. They're good with milk.
Yeah. Lattes are heavy.
Yeah, speaking of milk, we were going to do this off air, but we'll do it on air. Like, I'm on a radio show. Look at me. I'm a professional. about steaming the milk to the right temperature without one of the temperature gauges. Hoffman come with a absolutely fantastic hack that if you're using the proper metal jug, that once you've done all your foamy stuff and that, and then you're waiting for it to, you're swirling it, you're using the foam wand to swirl the milk, hold your hand on the side. And when it's too hot for you to comfortably keep your hand on the side and you go, ooh, he said about 5 to 6 seconds after that. So when you go, ooh, that's about 50 degrees Celsius. And then, ooh, 6 seconds later.
Can you do that again, please?
Ooh, is about 60, 65, and that's when milk tops out.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's like perfect drinking temperature to have it made and drink straight away and it be nice and hot and not too hot and not have to cool it down.
Boss.
Obviously after having like swirled it and done all your stuff with it. And I tried it and it works every single time. Perfect temperature. Yeah.
Sick.
Fantastic. Doesn't even curdle the milk if you use like a milk alternative either. So if you use like almond or something, it doesn't curdle it doing it that way. Which is so yeah, there you go. If you want to
very nice
foam your milk, that's how you do it.
I still need to actually fucking have a go. Still haven't had a go.
So what we're actually talking about today is
basically how to approach Christmas.
Yeah, how to approach Christmas, how to approach Christmas in a way that is right for you. So it's not even us saying
this is how you should do it.
This is what you need to do at Christmas, yeah, which every fitness influencer, everyone in the fitness industry right now is doing. This is what you need to do at Christmas.
Calorie bottoming, or you
do this,
train
do
12
that,
or don't. And it's just like, no, we're going to give you the tools so you decide for yourself. So you have a good Christmas and either make progress or don't. It's up to you.
Power is in your hands. The thing Huberman always says that I love, I'll say whatever. It's like essentially, I'll say whatever I want. You're responsible for your own health, not me. So do with this information as you wish. So there's a couple of things we're going to talk about, isn't there? Where do you want to start?
Values. We speak a lot about values.
Yeah.
For anyone who has never heard us speak about values before, we don't mean like the values that you have as a person, like honesty and all that, because that's what people automatically think. Yeah. Honesty, respect, integrity, like that. They're separate. Values are the things that are important to you. So the things that are most valuable to you, family, stuff like that.
Yeah, like
training,
what
stuff like that.
What do you actually value most in life? It might be money, it might be a car, it might be looking good, it might be spending time with your kids, and like you can't pick what they are. Your time of life,
they choose you.
They choose you. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I couldn't get my head around it there. Yeah, they choose you, and they'll change. Like mine have changed massively since I started learning about them. And they change every like 6 months. I'd say I get like a big shift in values.
Yeah, like
really.
a serious shift.
But knowing and understanding them, like your values are present in your life right now, whether you want to acknowledge them or not. But understanding them is powerful, isn't it? Because you will make time for what you value most.
But understanding your values is so powerful, because if you know what you're excited by, you know what's most valuable to you. Just punch the mic. If you know what's
every episode.
If you, or every visit.
Oh no, every episode, because you've done it then, I done it on the last one, and I think I've done it on the first one as well, so we're 3 for 3.
If you know what's valuable to you, if you know what's important to you, and you set your life up in such a way that is in alignment with that, your life is amazing.
Yeah.
But you can only do that when you are conscious of what's important and what's valuable to you. So if you are unaware that that work is one of your lowest values and training is one of your highest, and your boss asks you to stay behind and you don't get to go to the gym, and you're fuming and you don't necessarily know why, and you're just constantly like putting work in front of the gym and feeling angry all the time, and you hate your job and you hate your life, well, maybe get a different job that doesn't require so much time and doesn't require you to take away from the gym. And understanding, that's just a very basic example, but understanding your values will be very powerful in you being able to craft the life that you want. So, do you remember Christy? Old
Dubai Christy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say the name of the gym that we shall not.
Yeah.
Shall not name.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Forgot she was your client.
Well, she wasn't originally.
No.
When we left that place,
she was some guy who hasn't got a name's client.
Yeah,
doesn't exist.
That guy doesn't exist anymore.
There's a backstory to that, but we won't get into it.
One day we will. When we write our books, we will.
Yeah. Pivotal moment, actually, that in the book.
Do you know, it happened. I feel like I want to tell everyone now. It's hard to speak about this without speaking about what actually happened.
It's hard to speak about this without speaking about this.
Yeah, without telling what actually happened. But it was so annoying and pivotal in our lives that I said, this is a pivotal moment in our lives.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of them things, you know, normally when a pivotal moment, like when in the previous episodes, the monkey bars didn't know it was pivotal.
Yeah, that you
Sitting
knew.
outside City crying, didn't know it was pivotal.
Yeah.
This was pivotal, and I know it's pivotal. Anyway, Christy was saying, she messaged me because I told her about a year ago or a year and a half ago when I was coaching. I was like, don't know how we got into the topic, but I was like, yeah, one day I'm going to be fully online. I'm going to have people working for me, and bam. Told her what the vision was, and she messaged me today and was like, hey. I remember a year ago you told me that you're going to go fully online. You've fucking done it. You've actually set a goal and done it and smashed it. Well done. And that vision came from me understanding my values. I want freedom. I want to be able to travel. I want financial independence. I want this. I want that. I want these things. I want these characteristics in my career. I want them. They're the things that I value. These would be valuable things to have in my life. Right, so now I'm going to go and craft my life in a way that is in alignment with those. And I've done it. Well, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So that now makes me feel happy because now I've developed the life very purposefully that I want to live. I think people sort of look, we've spoken about this before, but success, not that I'm massively successful right now. It sounds a bit arrogant saying that, but success is never an accident. So when you're moving towards something that you want, it's not accidental that I've done this. It's very on purpose.
Yeah, no one falls into success. No
But
one's
it's
just like, whew,
yeah.
don't know how I got here.
I mean, I'm not successful yet, but it would be, if you want to call it a success, in creating the lifestyle that I want.
But you've been successful in every goal that you've set so far.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's on purpose, and it's because I've set the values and I've crafted my life in alignment with those values. So that's the importance of values.
Yeah. Also, though, going back to a point that you made before, when you know your values, you can also reframe that office job or whatever the situation is. So you might have the example you give was working in an office and your boss asks you to stay late, so you can't go to the gym. So you get really frustrated. So you're like, oh, well, fucking hell, I just want to go to the gym. I don't want to work here. Yeah, you can get a new job because you understand your values is going to allow you to go to the gym. But you can also understand, right, okay, well, gym's my highest value. How is this thing that I hate helping me live according to my highest values? So if you don't have that job, like, what's that job allowing you to do? Do you get loads of holidays? Does it allow you to go and spend money on a better gym? Does it allow you...
If you didn't have that job, no supplements, no gym membership, no gym equipment, no petrol to put in your car, no car to get to the gym. Like, the job's there. Like, so then you're able to reframe things powerfully. That's a boss point.
Yeah, and you can ask yourself powerful questions from that then to become better at the thing that you hate. So if you hate that job, it's like, okay, well, how does being better at that job allow you to go to the gym more? Like, more supplements, better gym membership. You might go and join a gym that's like a 60 quid a month gym or something, or you might be able to travel to different cities and go to like gyms that you really want to do, whatever it is, like whatever it is, there's links. So then you're then going to go into work and be like, I'm going to be the fucking best person in this office so that I can fucking get to the gym.
Yeah.
And that, you flipped it and your head's back in the game then.
Or even it could be, I'm going to be so productive today that I don't have to stay late. And I can get to the gym.
Simple as that. Like something as simple as that. Yeah, if I nail all of this work by lunchtime, I'll go home early and I'll get a 2-hour gym session instead of an hour. Yeah.
So yeah, values are very important. So understanding them in long term and crafting your life is very, very important. We've spoken about this many episodes. I think the one that I would direct people to is titled Our Most Valuable Episode Yet.
Yeah.
So go and listen to that, 'cause that's a fucking boss episode. That's one of my favourites. One of the ones that we've got the best feedback from, I would say, as well. But in terms of like how to actually approach Christmas, understanding your values around Christmas is sort of like a more acute situation. You need to be conscious of what you're actually trying to get out of this Christmas.
Yeah.
In order to make decisions beforehand and not just go into it blindly. So what do you think is the sort of the first sort of thing that people need to be thinking about?
what, like, so I always speak about zooming out on like what's the bigger picture, like, and that could mean, well, actually, I've had a horrendous year, and this is the first time I'm getting to spend some time with family, and I don't want to be constrained by like restrictions on food or restrictions on drink. I don't want to have to say no to stuff that might impact my enjoyment and that make me and you switch off from your diet a little bit, or you dial it back a little bit, or you don't train as much to spend more time with family. Or on the flip side, you could go, well, do you know what? I'm on a roll. I'm absolutely crushing it at the moment, and I feel like I want to go and train. I feel like I want to stay on it. Like, yeah, I don't really want to pick out on Christmas because I'm in this frame of mind. I don't want to break these habits. I want to keep going. So this is the plan I'm going to put in place. And that's something I spoke to my clients about yesterday, is that where are you at? Where are you at in your journey? The biggest one for my guys and girls was the habits. I don't necessarily care about the food or the quantity of food. It's what habits have you built up? Like, because the last thing I won, this was almost like a warning on the private podcast that I send out to my clients, was like, what habits are you keeping in? Because like, it's almost like a subconscious, oh, it's Christmas, switch off. Don't switch off from them habits. Yeah. If you meditate in the morning, if you journal, if you're going for a walk, do that shit. Like, keep doing that, because you can do that. That's not going to interrupt your Christmas. Like, what can you still do? That's adding value to your life? And that's an important consideration, I think. Like, yeah, just the basics. Like, that always happens in that week where no one knows what day it is. Everyone's off. Like, Christmas limbo, I call that. Yeah, people start going to bed at like 3 a.m. Like, ooh, Crimbo limbo. It's just fucking shit. Sorry. Nice. Yeah. You should copyright that. How to get over Crimbo limbo. Crimbo limbo. Create a new program. There's a post for Crimbo limbo. 26th of December. Yeah, but like, there's all these things. I think there's all these things which could be, you've built up all these habits, and it's almost like you're on a streak, you're on a run, and then it's just, if you completely neglect all of those things, then you'll come to January and you're almost starting from the start again. Yeah. Which is completely fine if that's the decision you make. Yeah. On the other hand, as you just said, if you want to still completely, one extreme could be switching off completely and fucking everything off. That's fine if you want to do that. One extreme could be training on Christmas Day, doing everything exactly the same, not having Christmas dinner, which would be stupid in my opinion. But like, you could do that if that's what you wanted to do, and no one's going to die. You're still going to, if that's in alignment with your values, if that's actually going to like move you closer to living, if that makes you feel good to your values, then do that. But what we don't want you to do is be a sheep, and maybe you're surrounded by maybe your friends are like really motivated around this time of year, or maybe they're really unmotivated and it's the opposite of what you are. Or maybe everyone around you is telling you to just switch off but you don't want to, or maybe everyone around you is telling you to train really hard but you don't want to. You need to make the decision that is in alignment with your values, so you don't feel conflict. You're not sat there on Christmas Day training feeling like a dickhead, thinking you want to go and spend time with your family, missing out on family occasions. Why would you do that? You need to make the decision like an adult that is most in alignment with what you actually want from this week. Big breath in there. I needed to yawn as I was about to speak, and there was just a big dramatic pause. Didn't even mean that. So on that, perfect. I had a conversation with a client about exactly this. They've got family home for Christmas. Just a lot of people do, don't they? Like, the people come and stay over at Christmas and stuff. And one of her habits at the moment, because she's a relatively new client, is walking quite consistently. 4 to 5 days a week she goes and does like X amount of walking in the morning. And she was like, family's going to be over, like, what, I don't want to be like going off in the morning and walking on the treadmill, because she's got a treadmill in her house. She was like, I don't want to go and walk on the treadmill when I want to spend time with my family, but I also don't want to give up the habit because I'm enjoying making the progress. And I was like, I think we spoke about this before, but better than nothing is something that I give a tool. It's a tool I give to my clients. And I think you do too as well. You use something similar, don't you? Anyway, you just call it something different so that we're not copying off each other. Just the habit tracker. Yeah. Just make it as easy as possible. Making it as easy as possible. So I just said to her, like, okay, well, can you do it for a minute? Can you go and walk on that treadmill for a minute? That's all I want you to do. Can you go walk outside for a minute? just do that. Take someone with you, like from the family that you want to spend time
even
with.
about to say, like, if you want to spend time with your family and walk, just go and walk with your family.
Yeah. Like just
like
whatever
that.
it is. She was like, I could just walk for a minute. I was like, yeah, because it's not. It's the habit that we're building. Like that's what it is that I want this to be, well, not me, but like you want this to be something that you do. You want this to be part of who you are, that you get up in the morning, you go for a walk. Make it so then. Like, do that then. Like, it won't be if you don't do it. And if you want to do that and family's there, you don't go, oh, well, they might think I'm weird. No, that's who you are. Like, go and do it. Just find another way of doing it that works in your new situation.
100%. So, I think we should speak about the benefits of not switching off and the benefits of completely switching off, and how to find like a happy medium will be sort of rooted in the conversation that we've just sort of had. It's like, we spoke about this on episode a couple of months ago, didn't we? Whereas like, you could absolutely fucking destroy all the food in the world, all the alcohol over the Christmas period and still make progress. 'Cause it's literally like 3-4 days out of a whole year. Like, it's not going to destroy your progress. On the other hand, it's 4 days of extra potential progress.
Yeah.
So the benefits of staying on track are obvious.
I think
Like, you will continue progressing. You will continue this run of nice habits. You won't get to the crimbo limbo and sort of be just fucking sleep's fucked, energy's fucked, appetite's gone. Like, just don't know what the fuck's going on. And then come into January and have to start getting everything going again. So the benefits of staying on track are obvious. But then, were you about to say something?
yeah, but then it was...
Yeah, but like, so we don't really need to delve into those. It's obvious. If you want to continue moving forwards and you enjoy that feeling of, yeah, I'm working harder than everyone, and like, I'm training on Christmas Day, it's fucking bot yet. Like, that's fine. Do that.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's completely
do
fine.
it for you.
Yeah.
Is probably the whole theme of this episode, isn't it? Just
don't do it and post on Instagram. If you train on Christmas Day, don't fucking post it, because I'll punch your head in.
post it, tag me. I'll tag him.
Because if you post on Instagram, you're only doing it for other people's approval.
Oh, do you know what? Completely off topic, but I don't know who it was that was talking about it. And it was someone quite... Oh, it was Ed Sheeran. It was Ed Sheeran talking about people posting selfies, and it was powerful.
Yeah. I
And he
remember
was
you
like,
telling me about this.
He doesn't use social media other than to promote his own shit. Like, here's my new album, here's my new like single, whatever it is. That's what I use social media for. And he said, that's what it's for. He said, that's what it's for. It's for me, it's a tool. He was like, so when I see people posting a selfie, he was like, they're having a bad day. They're looking for someone else to say, yeah, you're okay. You're doing well. Well done, you. And he was like, I feel bad for them. And I was like, wow, I'd never even thought of it like that. It's so obvious it is, isn't it? Like, the people with the most selfies are probably the people who need the most like
external gratification.
Mad.
It's true.
Ed Sheeran though. It was Ed Sheeran that gave me
that's a profound thing. Do you know what's mad, right? You know Steve Bartlett's podcast? So many people have been on it recently. They're just like, you just know, they're just like famous people, like fucking Jimmy Carr.
Yeah.
Who was the other person? There was someone
Jimmy
else.
Carr's sound bites from that. I need to listen to that episode.
Yeah. Mad, like, you just don't expect them to have this side to them at all.
The girl, Molly May.
I've started listening to that. I haven't listened to it properly.
I haven't. She was it Love Island, was it?
Yeah.
That she got like famous. Mate, she's sick. The stuff I've listened to so far on her. Yeah, she's sick, mate.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't actually listened to it properly, but like, all these people that you just think are dickheads. Not dickheads, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just think, oh, like,
just fucking Molly
Jimmy
Mays.
Carr's just funny.
He's just a funny guy. And then
But he's
Molly
not,
Mays
is he?
just
Like, he's
some
crushing it.
girl off Love
Yeah.
Island. And then you actually listen to them speaking and you're like, fuck.
This is why I like completely off the topic of like, we always talk about like, I fucking love successful people. Like, I love hearing their backstory. I love hearing how they think and how they talk and the stuff that they've done, no matter what it is. You could be like hyper successful with like makeup, and I've got no interest in makeup whatsoever.
Yeah.
But I care about how you got successful in makeup. Like,
I remember listening to one of his episodes with the CEO of Ann Summers and being like, oh my God, this is like one of the best episodes he's ever done. He's fucking boss. I can't remember what
Nice
the
little sidebar there.
what the fuck we were talking about, to be honest.
Can you tell I've been watching Suits? Sidebar.
Nah, I don't even know what
No, what
Suits
Suits? It's lawyers in America. Good show.
is. Sound shit.
It's not, don't talk about my suits like that.
Oh yeah, we were talking about like there are obvious positives of being unbelievably hardworking. If you decide that you want to really fucking push hard over the Christmas period,
Yeah.
and you really want to turn it on, fucking great, do that. You will feel amazing. You will come out of the Christmas period although I won't be from a nutritional and fitness standpoint, I probably won't be. I definitely will be training on Christmas Day because the gym will be shut. I will be definitely switching off with my food quite significantly. I'll just make sure I hit my protein and that's it. And that side of things will be like almost like a switch off, like fitness,
That's an important
bodybuilding.
point. What you've just said
Yeah,
there,
I wonder-
really small, is that you're not switching off.
Yeah, but I'm switching off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this
And
is
the terminology of how that will resonate with people's brain is really important, isn't it? Like, you're switching off from nailing everything.
I'm purposefully switching off enough.
Like a controlled
Switch off so I can spend time with family. I can spend time relaxing, switching off enough where I can get the psychological break, which I'm going to speak about in a minute, from dieting all the time, from smashing it all the time. It's a lot. It's relentless. It's 362 days of the year. It's a lot. I'm going to switch off for a couple of days.
Like, that's fucking good. That's good. Like, we weren't going to speak about this, but like, the switching off. Well, you need to switch off at Christmas, which every PT in the UK is currently talking about. Are you going to switch off at Christmas? They're not actually getting into they're not differentiating between the fact that when you hear switch off, you think I'm just going to stop everything and then try and restart. We're not switching off.
Yeah, like switching off is like, I'm just going to eat chocolate and drink alcohol and have a Christmas dinner. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to switch off enough where I can get the psychological break. Enjoy the fruits of Christmas. Like, Christmas is a fucking boss time. Enjoy it. Pull everything back enough where you can enjoy it to a very high standard, whilst also not throwing away your progress unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Hitting my protein is such a thing that I don't even have to think about now. It brings no negative consequences to my Christmas if I just make sure I hit my protein.
That's why I said, like,
so unbelievably easy for me. It's no effort. So, sorry.
No, it's all right. The post I put up yesterday about, like, if you want to simply just stay on track with your food, just eat one less meal and swap it with a protein shake.
Yeah.
Like that. There, you're still consciously, you've switched off from dieting, but you're subconsciously making an effort with your food. Yeah. Same with, like, your sleep. Like, why are you going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning? Because it's
Christmas.
Because it's the 27th of December and you're off work. Like, go to bed, you muppet. Like, do you know what I mean? And this is, again, I'm gonna go off topic again now, but, like, that one infuriates me, that we live in this culture of, I just stay up dead late, I can't sleep, man. It's like, sound, you must love, like, being dead. Like, you proper game to die at, like, 50 with some health issues. Do you know? No, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's such a simple thing to do.
Yeah.
And people wear not sleeping like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
And I just see them as, like, you're a muppet. Like, I'm not impressed by the fact that you haven't been to bed. Like, go asleep.
Do you know what's proper funny, right? I'm not going to name names. But I remember one time someone went to me. We were speaking about sleep, or like the fact that I couldn't do something because I needed to go to bed early or whatever, or can't remember. But they went, "Oh, you're not one of them people who needs like a full 8 hours of sleep, are you?" It's like, I was like, what?
One of them humans?
One of them human beings. Like, one of them actual human beings that, like, requires sleep or they die. Like, what are you talking about? And I just, like, that's completely off topic, but just, like, mad.
Like, the more I know about sleep now.
What is wrong with people's understanding of sleep? Do you know what Matthew Walker said this in one of his books? I would say he said it to me, he didn't. He said it in one of his books or on a podcast. And if sleep wasn't absolutely essential, one of the most essential things in life, it would be the biggest mistake that Mother Nature ever made.
Yeah.
Why would Mother Nature incapacitate us for 7 to 9 hours, completely knock us unconscious every single day for no reason?
Yeah.
It must be absolutely essential, otherwise we would not do that. That 7 to 9 hours could be spent hunting, gathering resources, fucking having sex and repopulating the earth. Like, do you know what I mean?
It doesn't make sense
it
that you
wouldn't
just
make
stop
sense.
for
Like,
7.
It must be the most important fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it is. We know that in the fucking scientific
Sleep.
literature.
What was it he said on his sleep is the debt you pay for being awake.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's boss.
which is
Well, like,
true,
I mean, if anyone's interested in the actual literature, just message us privately and we'll scare you with the amount of
like just 1 hour loss of sleep on one night has on your health is enough for you to go, fucking hell, I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed now. It's like, it's 4 o'clock, I need to go to bed. Like, I didn't sleep properly last night. Like, it's scary. Messages about that, different episode. We'll do that in the future. We'll talk about that again. But yeah, there's little, like, minute things that you can maintain over Christmas still fit in socially if that's something that you struggle with and you don't want to, like, stand out by eating Tupperware meals on Christmas Day or whatever. That, like, going to bed.
Yeah.
Like,
Hit your protein.
Go
for a walk.
Stop having caffeine at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like, he says drinking coffee at 4 o'clock. But, like, have a caffeine cut off.
Yeah.
Avoid, like, get sunlight in the morning. Go for a walk. Like, all of the things that we know are really easy to do that promote good health and longevity. That people will switch off from at Christmas and then wonder why January 1st they feel like absolute crap. Like, we could have just done that. Could have just done that. You could have just had a big Christmas dinner but went for a walk.
And not gain £7.
Yeah.
But or you could if you want to.
Yeah, or you
one
could.
One of them things.
But
like,
accept
again,
it.
Going back to what I was saying, is like, if you want to be the person who works relentlessly over Christmas and that makes you feel good inside, that makes you feel like, yeah, fucking boss, I'm flying. I want to maximise this period. I was saying I'm almost switching off. I'm not. So as you just defined, I'm not fully switching off a bit, just enough to enjoy it. But I will not be switching off completely from work because I enjoy the fact that I know pretty much like 95% of the fitness industry is probably going to stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to still be working through, probably not on Christmas Day or anything like that, but I'm still going to be not working with clients directly, but working on the business. I'm building the business, marketing systems and all that, because right now, in my values, I don't feel like I need a break.
Yeah.
I'm in such a nice place where I don't feel like I need a break right now. So if me understanding, right, I want to switch off a little bit from tracking my food, from training, a bit tired with all that. It's psychologically taxing a lot. I want to spend time with my family, but also I want to progress in business. I want to use this opportunity to progress in business. I'm crafting my Christmas in a way where I'm still going to be able to work quite significantly.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to still train and still eat good, but also spend time with family and get enough of a psychological break where I can go into January fucking flying and attack 2022.
Do you know what? We're on like opposite sides of the seesaw with this one, which is cool, because we had this conversation yesterday, wasn't it, when we were talking about when we were prepping for this? The best thing for my business is for me to take a break, whereas the best thing for your business is for you to, because you've been away on holiday and you've had plenty of downtime. Like, I'm the opposite. I've caned it all year, and I got to the other day and was like, I've got brain fog. Like, I'm verging on burnout. And the best thing for my business is to take a week off. I think I'm taking like 11 days off.
Yeah.
I think it works out at maybe a little bit less, and doing absolutely nothing to do with the business. So like, up until then, everything would be done so that it's scheduled and it goes out, and everything the clients need is done to tide them over until the first. So it will all still go on. Like, the business will still go on as I'm not there, but that all needs doing now so that I can literally, like, I don't really want to touch my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to put some Instagram stories up, so I'll have to touch it for that, because you can't schedule them. But that's it. And I've told them, like, I'm deleting the coaching app. Like, I'll not be replying to messages between 24th to the 1st. You're on your own. Good luck. Because I need to just zone out for 11 days, and that will be the best thing, because
100%.
I can think about the next year. At the moment, I'm in the business. I need to step out from it. And then you're stepping back from food and training, because I've been in the business so much lately. Food's been terrible. Sleep's been terrible. Training has been pathetic. Went to the gym 4 times this week and I've done 3 sets.
Yeah.
Went to the gym twice and had to leave because I ran out of time. Went to the gym, filmed something, I've got a call in half an hour, no point starting this session. Left. Twice. 2 times in a row, because I've got so much on trying to finish for Christmas.
Yeah.
went yesterday and was like, I am smashing this session out, like stuff. I'm going to hate myself today. Deadlifts, yes. Warm-up set, felt like crap. Second warm-up set, felt like crap. Third warm-up set, felt like crap. Every set felt like crap. Couldn't get anywhere near last week's numbers. By the time I'd done like 4 warm-up sets and 3 working sets on deadlifts, I was trashed. I was like, my brain's gone. Like CNS, just fatigued. And I was like, I've got work to do. I can't mash myself into the ground in this session anymore because I've got to try and work and got another like 6 hours of work to do. So I had to leave. So this so it'll be nice for me actually over Christmas to go, I'm going to hit my protein. I'm going to have veg with every meal. I'm going to go for a walk every morning. I'm going to train. I'm going to rest. I'm going to eat right and feel fantastic and then come back and let it all go because it's time back into the business.
No, but that's important, and it's just the difference between us there is just understanding the values.
Yeah, but again, understanding like how that adds value to my life, where like we both understand that those actions are going to add to where we want to get to. But if you weren't in line with that, it'd be like, but you're taking time off and he's working, but you should be working then. Yeah. Like,
but it's not though.
It's not though.
It's not though. Like, I think I've hacked the game. Well, no, you do it as well, actually. But I feel like the break that I give myself every single morning from when I wake up to like 10, 11 o'clock before I actually start work is like enough. I've tried all loads of different things, but like I work 7 days a week, but I have probably from like 7 to like 10, 11 every single day is just time to just not do anything. It's just time for journaling, meditation, walking, like just normal fucking shit that's going to ground me in the day. And that every single day is almost like it's like microdosing.
That, do you know what? That's what's kept me.
But microdosing breaks so that I don't need a big one.
That's what I've been doing pretty much all year.
Yeah.
Is that not? And at first I felt bad for it. Yeah. And then I would realise, well, actually, this is why I'm doing so well. It's because I'm doing this in the morning, so I kept it in. Yeah. And if I hadn't have done that,
you're fucked.
I'd have had a fucking meltdown about fucking 3-4 months ago. Yeah. And now only, like, I think you've been on holiday a couple of times. Like if I'd had a holiday earlier in the year, I'd have probably been in the same point where he was like, just work through Christmas. Yeah. But yeah, it's powerful, isn't it? Just, we're so lucky that we can do that, you know.
I know.
Imagine
but we're not, though. We're not lucky.
We're not lucky.
We did it on purpose. As I said at the start of this episode, I did this on purpose.
Yeah, true.
I could be working in an office.
Yeah. Imagine being constrained to no like sunlight all day, having to be in an office at like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Which is fine if it's in line with your values.
Yeah, if it's in line with your values. And you hate being healthy.
Right, we need to get a move on with this episode. So we've got, pull your notes up. We've spoke about
we do notes now. We're so professional.
The benefits of staying on track, the benefits of sort of switching off. Well, no, we haven't really covered that. Like, how important is it to switch off? We spoke about it a little bit, but specifically around Christmas, like, you need to see your family.
Yeah, massively. Like, you need that social interaction, whether it is family, whether it's friends, whether it's...
The benefits of Jack switching off for 11 days now is he won't feel burnt out when he comes back. He will feel... Like, I always noticed when I went on holiday, when I went to Ibiza in August, I completely, like, fully switched off. Didn't do anything at all because I needed it then. And came back and was so hungry to get back to it and was just fucking buzzing to attack it again, because the psychological break from constantly being on the go reignites the desire and the motivation and the inspiration to go and attack again. I went to Marbella a couple of weeks ago, didn't need the break, so just switched off a little bit. Yeah. Again, a controlled switch off.
I like that.
And then came back and was still a little bit more sort of inspired to go and attack it. So switching off is not being lazy or resting or like, oh, why the fuck are you resting? Like this, it's not like we have this fucking, like you mentioned at the start, this culture where everyone thinks, oh, if you sleep for 8 hours, you're a fucking pussy. And like the harder you work, the better, the more virtuous you are. It's not. You need to understand you and yourself. Like, how much can you take when you start to feel burnt out? You need to fucking break. You need to switch off a little bit so that you can come back and work harder. And same in anything, same with work, same with business, same with training. If you're training all the time, really fucking hard, and you need a deload, but you don't listen to your body, you're going to stop progressing. You're going to start regressing, and your progress is going to go into the bin. Whereas if you took a deload and went back to it, you'd continue progressing.
Yeah.
It's the same with business.
Exactly
That's
the same,
effective, just
like-
a deload from
yeah.
business.
It's often it's a skill. So this could be your chance to practice switching off, and it's something that I've had to get better at, and I've noticed Rach is terrible at it the minute because she started ramping up her business side of things, and she won't sit down. It's mad, like seeing her doing it and knowing why. And I said, "Do you feel uncomfortable sitting down?" I said to her, "You feel uncomfortable sitting down doing nothing, don't you?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's the skill you need to practice, because you will burn, especially if you are self-employed, you'll burn out because you're the decision maker on time off. Whereas when you work for someone, it's like, okay, well, yeah, here's your Christmas days off. You get to have days off here. Whereas when you work for yourself, it's you have to take.
Yeah.
So you don't, because you don't feel like you deserve time off, or like you feel like, well, I need to do more work. So you have to get good at it. Whereas and she's not, even if it's not business related. She was cleaning the house the other day. I was like, just stop, sit down, just trust me. I know it feels uncomfortable, and some people, you might feel like this over Christmas, like sit in that discomfort for a day and get used to it a little bit, because you probably need it. Like them first couple of days when I don't go in the office in the morning is going to be psychologically hard,
Yeah.
because that's what I do in the morning.
Yeah, 100%.
But I know I need it.
It's the going back to the meditation. We've got an extra 30 minutes. It's cool. The extra, like meditation is so powerful in allowing you to switch off and not judge yourself for it. So I think there's like a large psychological trauma that naturally comes when someone is hardworking and someone wants to progress and someone, and then you tell them to switch off, and they know they need it, but they don't want to do it because it's like, oh, well, I'm not going to progress, because a lot of people place their value on their ability to progress.
Yeah.
They place their value on being good at their job, making lots of money for their family. Like, that's what they place their value on. So when they are taken away from that, it's almost like, again, it's just an identity crisis, because their identity is in alignment with all of these things. Their earth suit is these things.
I love the
But
attitude.
when you can step away from that and be like, right, well, actually, I'm still valuable. If I don't work today, I'm still a valuable human. My family's still going to love me if I don't work today.
Yeah.
It's fucking very important to trust yourself with that, but also to be able to have the non-judgmental aspect. When we were speaking, was it this episode or previous episode about meditation? It was last episode, wasn't it?
Last episode, wasn't it? Yeah.
It's like, you need to be able to witness your thoughts. You need to be able to sit there and witness, right, I know I really want to come in and do some work right now. Why? Ask yourself the question, why?
Yeah.
Why do I want to do work right now? It's fucking Christmas. Because I've placed a lot of value on my ability to generate money for my family.
Yeah.
Right, well, is my family going to stop loving me? If
Yeah.
I don't work today, no, they're not. Okay, switch off then.
Yeah.
Like, being able to not judge yourself for those thoughts is powerful.
Understanding the value in rest as well, and that's why we've done this podcast, isn't it? That's why we've done this episode. Like, people don't place the value in rest. I mean, we talked about the reframing, and we talked about values at the start. Like, so you don't value the rest. It makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, we'll reframe it. What's your highest value? Your highest value is progress. So what's the rest how's the rest allowing you to progress? How is spending time with your family allowing you to get the results with your body that you want? And it's people in the instant, well, it won't, will it? If I'm not in the gym, I'm not making progress. And it's like, well, no, there'll be a link. There'll be a link. You just got to find it. You got to ask yourself them questions. And
Remember I said to you about the client who was like, do I need to have rest days? I was like, don't need to, like, but
yeah,
go and train 7 days a week for 3 weeks and then come back to me.
I said, you know what?
Just see how you feel. Just see how you feel.
The best way to learn is by doing.
Yeah.
And I do that with people all the time. I told you about the client when I got the green band out and we were doing assisted pull-ups. I don't need that. That's too strong. Okay. It's not, no. And I was putting the band up and they were like, nah, I don't need that. I don't need it. It was like adamant. And I was like, okay, sound. Just trust me. Try it. Jump up. Go until you can't. Done like 15, 16. Like, sick. Yeah. Boss effort, lads. Well done. Jumped down. He was like, see, don't need it. I was like, sound. Go again. Straight away, go again. Jumped up and he was like, what? I'm like, yeah, go again. He said you don't need a band, go again. Done it, we got like 5. I'm like, okay, now we're gonna go again. I'm like, see, that's why we've got the band out.
Yeah.
We're not resting for 10, 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
but you learn. You say,
Yeah.
you learn by doing, don't you? Like,
You learn by doing.
don't need rest. Sound. Okay.
Okay. I think that's my favourite way to teach people something. And it's probably the most effective way to teach people something. Like, even if people employ us, like, sometimes people just don't listen. So you just got to let them learn for themselves in a controlled manner. So, like, I'm so excited to post this transformation, by the way. It's going to be, I've ever told you about it? It's going to be unbelievable. I think it could
you mentioned it, but you still haven't shown me.
Could be the best ever.
Yeah.
Could be. Well, it could have been. Probably isn't going to be now because of this story. It was his mates. It might be.
Don't you just hate when that happens though?
We've done a lot. We've done a lot this week. And
doesn't it make
could
you,
be.
right, just before you get into it, doesn't it make you angry that, like, because it's your livelihood, isn't it? Like, especially for you, like, your business is built on before and after pictures, like the results that you get for your clients. So when you've got a client who's absolutely caning it, like, yeah, you care about their results and you want them to do well for them, but also your business relies on, like, a fantastic transformation. So when they span it at the end, you're like, mate, you've done me there. You've had me off.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even care, like, to be honest. It's still going to be great.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't, don't give a fuck. So basically, he's still in unbelievable shape, but so basically coming in for photos tomorrow.
Yeah.
And last weekend it was mate's 21st.
Yeah.
And I was like, we were having pretty much this conversation about Christmas. Like, yeah, do what's in line with your values. He's just spent probably like about, I don't even know, 10, 12 weeks. Like,
Wrong time for that conversation. A week out from photos. Just do what feels right.
No, probably like fucking like he's getting shredded, like 7-8% body fat, like fucking shredded. And I was like, lad, do you know what? Like you're a week out, you probably should have some sort of restraint. And it was just like, I can tell him as many times as I want. I don't really care whether you get shredded or not. Yeah, it would be great for me, but I'm here for you. I don't really give a fuck. He was like, no, it's my mate's 21st. I want to eat what I want. So I was like, yeah, sound, happy days. Do whatever you want. Me knowing that by him letting go of his food for the weekend, it's not going to make him enjoy the weekend anymore.
Yeah.
It's only going to make him feel like shit because he's going to fuck his progress, and that's completely fine with me. But he has to. I can tell him. I've told you.
Yeah.
But with that information, you're then going to go and still do it.
Yeah.
You can only learn that by doing it.
Yeah.
Right, go and do it. Put 5 kilos on.
Nice.
In one day, and then which is fine. We've done a lot this week, and we've pulled him very close back to what he was. Put 5 kilos on in one day, and was like, fuck, why did I do that? And it's just like, I did tell you, but
good effort that.
But
what's that?
He had
£11.
I think so. But he had to learn that on his own.
Yeah.
And I could have been like, no, don't fucking do it, blah, blah, blah. But it's like you have to, it's not my job to get you shredded. It's my job to get you, obviously that's part of it. But like, I'm trying to develop you as a human being.
You're not getting him shredded though. He's got to get him shredded.
That's what I mean. I'm just giving him information. Yeah. Like he's now gone through that and realised from that, food doesn't equal happiness.
Yeah.
Food doesn't equal enjoyment in a social event, because he did it, felt guilty, shit weekend apparently as well, and so it's just like so it was just a lose-lose situation. If you would have just controlled your food, you would have been in a much better position. So that is a nice way for us to highlight, like, you could switch off completely with your food and fuck everything and fuck all of your progress, and it would not make you enjoy Christmas anymore.
Yeah.
I can't even remember why I started telling you that.
I think you just want to brag about a good transformation, didn't you?
No, it's going to be fucking boss, mate. It's still, you basically have to eat nothing all week.
Oh, mate. I can imagine, because like, it's a lot to pull off in a week for photos. Like, Especially if you've been drinking and stuff as well. It's not just the carbs. It's not just carb depleting them for the week. It's the inflammation and everything. You just got to.
Yeah.
So you've got to overcome the inflammation with even less food.
Yeah, it's heavy. It's not the best way to peak someone, but it's fine.
No, I mean I don't think in anyone's like peak seminars I've listened to they go get bevied, go to a 21st a week out. It's definitely not in the protocol. Like
No, but it's one of them. It's like he worked. He made decisions that were in alignment with his values at the time,
yeah,
and so I let him because that's what you should always do.
yeah.
You should never listen to me because I say do this.
Were they in line with his values though, or was he living in accordance to other people's values that he thought he had to drink?
Well, yeah, that's
someone's
on
21st.
that's on the deeper level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he feels like shit now.
Yeah, like they were in his values. They were, well, everyone else is going to be drinking, so there's social values he was living up to, which is part of this podcast really, this episode, is that like, are you living according to your values, or are you living according to the values that society has placed on Christmas?
So how can you deal with peer pressure, lad?
One of the ways is having, for me, for something like one of my free downloads is how to deal with peer pressure. And one of the tips in it is having a script. What are you going to say to people? Like how to say no, essentially. Like that's what the whole webinar is about, is like how to say no without being a dickhead. When someone says, do you want another drink? Like your mum or your nan is prime culprit at Christmas.
Do you want some cake, love?
Oh, you do?
No.
Go on, you do. Go on, have another one. Go on. Sure you're not hungry? Can't see me mum without her going, no, you go on, have something to eat. Go on, you will. It's like, I'm not hungry. I could have literally just come from a 3-course meal and she'll go, no, you're hungry. But that's just that's the caring nature. That's the mums around the world do that. Do you know what I mean? But it's being able to, like, what can you say to that family member for them to go, all right, okay. To not cause offense, to not have to get into an argument with them of, I had it with a client the other day that their partner is the one that is always like, oh, come on, should we just get a chippy? Oh, come on. And this is, for the people I work with, this is really, really important when it's like a family construct, is if you're starting a diet or you're currently in a diet, is if you haven't had that conversation with the people around you about, look, this is important to me. Like, I want to lose weight. I need your support in this. If that doesn't happen, whether you feel like, because for a lot of people, they just assume they've told their partner they're going on a diet and so their partner will get on board and help them. But often, more times than not, you need to have the conversation of, look, you do this thing and this thing makes it hard for me to lose weight. Not calling you a dickhead for doing it, but you need to stop doing it to help me, please. Like, it could simply be like, oh, should we get a chippy? Oh, I fancy a chippy tonight. Like, oh, you've had a really good, but you've smashed it this week. Should we like go out for a meal to celebrate? Like little things like that where they're trying to be nice, trying to be supportive is making it difficult. So like having that conversation with the people that you're with, making them aware that, look, this is important to me.
So like on Christmas, like your client, before he wants to go on walks and see a family, you say, listen, everyone, I want to continue walking. Would you mind if I stepped out for half an hour in the morning? Yeah.
And hopefully you've got supportive family around you that
they don't go, no, you little dickhead, you have to spend 30 minutes with me in the morning.
Yeah, and if you have got unsupportive family, that's
fuck off.
Yeah, that's a whole other issue. But like, let's go from the perspective that it's Christmas and we hope the people around you care about you and love you enough to go, okay, yeah, this is important to them. We'll respect what you
allow them to go.
We'll allow you to live according to your values.
Yeah.
But some people don't. I had a conversation with someone this week on Instagram, and that was one of the things he said, was that like their family comments on their weight even when they're dieting. Like, that must be so hard. Like,
mad.
Isn't it? Like, it might be coming from a place of love, but a lot of the time it probably isn't, because their insecurities being reflected onto them. But fucking hell, a fucking break. Do you know what I mean? On a diet, putting the graft in, you need to lose weight. I know, I'm doing it. Like, I don't get that. I don't. Madness,
that, you know. But what we're trying to say basically is do whatever the fuck you want at Christmas, but you need to be aware of what your values are first before you start making decisions.
Yeah. Do whatever you want, but do it for you, not because it's Christmas. And whatever that means to you. Cryptic, mystic ending to today's episode. Like fucking Mystic Meg.
We could have just said that and then stopped the recording.
That was it, yeah. It's just a 30
So basically,
second
over
podcast.
Christmas, like, do whatever you want, but just...
Hey, you're on that Christmas, lad. It's heavy, that's half sick, that Christmas, you know. Just gonna do what I want on that, lad.
If anyone didn't get that, please go back and watch.
Hey, you're on to them values, lad. Fuck, lad. Honestly, they're half heavy listeners. Just get on them values, lad.
Fucking sick, aren't you? You change your life and that.
Change your life, them, you know, bro.
Yeah, so getting them values that are half heavy and live in accordance with them over this Christmas. If you want to train, go and train. If you don't want to train, don't train.
What we'll actually do as well, right? Because we spoke about this. We'll speak about it on it. Love saying that. We'll link DeMartini's values in this episode.
Yeah.
Start there. It's such a valuable tool. It'll take you like 5 minutes to go and do. It will give you a list of the 5 things that you value most in life.
You'll be surprised. At what it
Then
comes up
come and
with.
give us a message, right? Once you've done that with just the 5 things and be like, look, I've done the list. Here's the 5 things. What do I do with this information? And we'll show you.
You'll be surprised at what comes up.
Yeah, you will. It's powerful, isn't it? It's cool. It's interesting.
Loads of people, when I do it with my clients, like, my relationship came like fourth. What the fuck? It's wrong. It's not.
It's not.
It's right.
It's not bad. And that's not a bad thing.
No.
Rach, who I love more than anything in the world, isn't even in my top highest values.
No.
Like, and that's okay. And she knows that and she's okay with that. Because I don't think I am in hers. Her family is. Like, family as a whole is.
Yeah.
But
It doesn't mean you don't love her. It just means that it's not the top priority all the time.
Yeah.
So like, when, like, if you think about training over family, doesn't mean you don't love your family.
yeah.
It just means you need to get to the gym.
Yeah. I tried to have this conversation with my mum and she was like, not having it. I was like, family's not in my top. And she was like, what do you mean? Of course it is. And I was like, it's not. Like, I would spend time, I would choose. Like, one of the things, isn't it? The questions is, would you choose to do that over that? And like, I would work on the business. Yeah? I would work on me. I would work on that.
Yeah. So
But it's not a bad thing.
go and do the values. Come back to us once you've done it, because it's fucking eye-opening and surprising.
Yeah.
And then once you have that, you can start crafting your life. So yeah, we're talking about it in the context of Christmas. Go and try it. Start to introduce yourself to it in the context of Christmas. But then do it for your whole life. Think about what's actually most important to you. What are the things that you want to have in your life? What are the sort of aspects of your life that you want to amplify? Like you said at the start, I want freedom. I want the ability to not work for anyone. I want the ability to go and train whenever I want. So I've created an idea and a vision in my head of the life that I want to lead that fulfills all my values, and then I'm going to start doing it. So that's what you can do as well. That's all, man.
That's it.
Boss.
Have a boss Christmas.
Have a boss Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
See you next
See
year.
you next year.